Ciao comrades, hola compañeros, welcome, pleasure. Today we are looking at the best homebrew for the whole year 2025. There is a lot to go through, so let's just jump right into it. I just want to mention that these are the highlights. There were so many ports released in 2025 alone, so these are just my favorite ones from the whole year. As per usual, we are going in chronological order. 2025 started really strong with the port of Unreal. Well, it was at the end of 2024. I'm still including it in this video because it received significant update just recently. Unreal is an old school first-person shooter. You can play single-player campaign or in arena against bots. Death Race, aka Carmageddon Decompilation, follows. This way I would like to send a huge thanks to all the developers for their hard work and also to all of you that still keep using PS Vita even in 2026. I know that now there are so many options to choose from, but it looks like Vita still have something to offer. And I believe homebrew and ports are a big reason for this. Ports like Doom 2 RPG. These forgotten gems wouldn't be released officially either way. This is possible only thanks to the unlocking of the console and ability to run unsigned code. God bless this ability. Doom 2 RPG deserves to be preserved, and it was even recently updated by PG Team and ported to 3DS and Switch, including Doom 1 and Wolfenstein RPG in the id Mobile RPG package. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it matters. Because of hidden gems like these that you otherwise wouldn't be able to enjoy officially. Arafel is a Final Fantasy style of tactical RPG. You can find majority of these creations on the VitaDB website or on the GitHub, including installation instructions because you need to set them up first. You can find majority of them in there, but there are some occasional exceptions that you are not gonna find there, like Arafel. But you can find it alongside everything else also on our Discord. We are preserving it for the future generations. Bagdom 2 is an action-adventure game played from a third-person perspective, developed originally for the old Macs. Same as Automatic, which is very similar to Bagdom 2, but you can also shoot on top of jumping. Mighty Mike, this one is a 2D game by the same original developers as Bagdom and Automatic. The Ultimate Spider-Man Total Mayhem, first of many Gameloft ports this year. Rin's Gameloft exploitation was very fruitful in 2025. It is also the year with the most amount of Android ports so far since the Android loader exists. Total Mayhem is another old-school MOBA masterpiece that surely deserved to be brought back into the modern world. Often with many improvements on top of that, like running at 60 FPS instead of 30. Unsighted, action-adventure Metroidvania style of game. This game is quite recent, originally it was released in 2021. Balatro, poker-themed roguelike deck-building game, another very recent game from 2024. It received a bunch of awards and it also received the PS Vita port, albeit with some shortcomings. Let's Golf 2, Gameloft mobile golfing game. All of these Android ports also support physical Vita buttons, and that's the way it is meant to be played on the handheld, with the buttons and joysticks. Killzone Mercenary Online Multiplayer. This is not a new port, but a new online service. It is brand new, it revived the online multiplayer for this amazing game. This is big issue for all of these older games with online support. It's not forever. Fortunately, with the homebrew replacements like this, it is for much longer. Splinter Cell Conviction, Gameloft MOBA masterpiece. I wonder how many more times I'm gonna say it in this video. To say it in this case, it is certainly not an exaggeration, cause it's a decent Splinter Cell game. Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, game similar to Balatro, but it's blackjack based. Real Football 2011, you guessed it, another Gameloft old school masterpiece. Wolfenstein RPG. I've mentioned it already, very similar to Doom RPG, but with a different story, different weapons and different enemies. DuckTales Remastered. This is just a proof of concept, because it runs very slow, with no audio and missing UI elements. Despite of that, it's very impressive. Perfect Dark. Now we are talking legendary FPS based on the N64 decompilation. After the latest update, it runs beautifully. I think certainly one of the pinnacles of this year alongside Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. That's also based on the N64 decompilation called Ship of Harkinian. Fully future-proof native Vita port with a bunch of enhancements and cheats. Then we have a huge and long-awaited update for the GTA trilogy by the PG team, with the unified launcher and with so many improvements that it would take me like 10 minutes straight just to read through them all one by one. PG team also came with a Minecraft Enhanced 2.0 this year. It has many fans amongst the Vita comrades. Again, there are so many new amazing features that it blows my mind. By the way, I've made videos for everything that I'm talking about in this video, so if you wanna see more gameplay or you wanna know more information about it, just type into the YouTube search bar what you're after, maybe add there Zealous Chuck, and I'm sure it will pop right up. Now we have a sponsored part, and we are taking a look at this portable monitor from the brand Uperfect. The model is called Ucolor Apex. It has 19 inches, 4K resolution, 144 Hz, HDR and QLED technology. Inside the box we have the monitor itself, fast charger and 3 cables, HDMI and 2 USB-Cs. Here are all the specifications: 19 inches, 4K resolution, 144 Hz, 16:9 aspect ratio, VESA mount, and it is a QLED technology. It is just a portable monitor, but the specs are really high. There is a stand from the rear side. Here is the VESA mount. Underneath the stand are all the ports. 2 Type-C, 1 HDMI, that's from the right side. From the left side is 1 OTG, 5 buttons and headphone jack. I have also some accessories like this carry bag. You can just put the monitor inside and it's gonna protect it. It's soft material, but there is some padding. And another accessory that I have is this portable monitor stand. It looks like this. It's magnetic, so I think you're just gonna put this piece on the portable monitor and then you can just simply attach it magnetically. The stand is also quite firm. It is a portable monitor, so you can connect it to anything that can output TV via USB-C or HDMI, like a phone, some handheld or a PC. First I connected it to my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. It was working through single USB-C cable absolutely fine, but I'm sure it would drain the battery very fast, so I've connected it to power bank too. You can use power bank or normal power adapter. The monitor quality is actually very good. I think the best that I've tried so far. The panel that they have used is amazing. The colors, the contrast, HDR. I think the color reproduction is also very faithful, very accurate. The bezels are small, the viewing angles are solid. Even the speakers sound really loud, which is very rare in portable monitors. I think these kind of specs are even a bit overkill for a portable monitor, but I'm sure it can be useful for a very specific group of people. If you're interested in this monitor, check the link down below. It is one of their most premium models, so the price is a bit high. Now let's get back to Vita business. Okay, now let's dive right into the Rayhan PS Vita Homebrew contest that happened this year. I'm kinda proud of it. Many great ports happen only because of it, including Cat Quest, Action RPG, Into the Breach, turn-based strategy game, and also a winner in the ports category. Punch Club, a sporting management simulation, Assassin's Creed Alta Chronicles, Gameloft's masterpiece. Framerate is not stable, but very decent game, at least in my opinion. Inscription, another roguelike deck building game. Valiant Hearts, The Great War, a simplistic side-scroller with a great story. Mad Bullets, on-rail shooter. Flipper Volcano, a pinball game with a twist. Two very important homebrews also happened just because of this contest. Abyss, third-person arena shooter with great graphics. And Aperture Reconstructed, a Portal recreation in Unity engine. Both of these have received an update recently. I will be looking at it closely in the upcoming homebrew news. Subscribe to not miss out. I think about 45 games, homebrews and tools altogether were competing in this contest. So these are just highlights. So many more of the games were part of it. We carry on with a normal non-contest homebrew like Pikuniku, a puzzle adventure game with a lot of charm. Lego Island, port based on the Decompilation project. Hill Climb Racing, very simple but very addictive hill climbing game. The Dark Knight Rises, another pinnacle action-adventure open-world homebrew game. This one was only possible due to the recent improvements for the Vita GL renderer. Serious Sam, the first and the second encounter, amazing old-school over-the-top first-person shooter. And with the latest update, the loading is much faster and cheats are also enabled. Prince of Persia, The Shadow and a Flame, recreation of the second Prince of Persia DOS game, rendered in a beautiful 2D or 2.5D. Froggy's Battle, fun indie game set in a loop. Node 1 and 2, a platformer with unique controls, where you are tilting the world around the player. Alisa, the developer's cut, survival horror inspired by old-school Resident Evil games. And Neighbors from Hell, first of the bounties awarded with the new system for this puzzle strategy point-and-click game. 2025 didn't disappoint in the slightest. PS Vita Homebrew community was bringing new creations left and right. I'm sure contest did help it a little, and I'm also sure bounties will help it a little too. This is the brand new Vita bounty system in place, with already so many active bounties created. On the top there is Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies with almost $600. Will it come in 2026? No one knows. All we know is that it is technically portable, but the developer is gonna have a hard time. Hopefully the cash reward is high enough. What I know for sure that great games are gonna continue to come one way or another. Exactly like very recent Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Diablo style hack and slash action RPG. This one came even without the bounty. The developer was working on it for more than a year. As I said, truly mind-blowing to get this game running on the Vita. Can't wait what 2026 is gonna bring us more. So that's about it, that's the video. If I should choose my top 3 picks for the whole year, I'm going with the Serious Sam, first and second encounter. Then I'm going with the Dark Knight Rises. And then I'm going with the Port of Perfect Dark. I would have chosen Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, but I think this is technically 2026 year, so I'll leave it for the next year's video. Almost forget about the DS Vita updates. There were a lot of good ones throughout the year, and now there is another amazing one, which moves DS emulation on the Vita to the next level. If you enjoyed this video and you wanna see more like this, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, join. I would like to thank you all for watching. I would like to thank to all of my Patreons and channel members for their support, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Every time that I stare into the sun, angel dust in my dress just comes undone. Every time that I stare into the sun,
tomorrow, just look the